Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for March 4th, 2026. Solid new arrival week to show you guys. Also, a solid pre-order list, starting with a In Groove exclusive. But first, we do have later on today a Whatnot consignment auction. It's pretty much audiophile records. It's going to be audiophile jazz and some audiophile rock records. That is at 5 o'clock Arizona time on our Whatnot channel. You can click the link below. Okay. Pre-order news. The next Funkadelic has officially been announced. For your mind, they're doing them in order, so Maggot Brain is next. So I changed the way I'm going through with the series going forward. So the first time I did a color variant of the 45 RPM, because the 45 RPM was the only thing that they offered analog. The 33 was digitally done because it was a really, really long record. And with some modern digital tools, they were able to make that sound better in the digital domain than they were cutting it from tape. So that's why they did that first title only at 45 RPM analog. But going forward, everything else is going to be done analog at 33 and 45. Now, if you remember the first title, if you got the 33, it was a basic thin cardboard cover. Like, let me grab something here. You know, just like a basic cover, you know, direct printed on cover. So for my In Groove exclusive this time around, I decided to do a cover variant because the record itself is all analog. It's cut from tape, pressed at furnace. They've been making great records. So the quality of the record on black vinyl is not a problem. But I didn't want an In Groove exclusive with a cheap cover. So what I did is I had them do a full-blown Staunton tip-on jacket. The highest quality tip-on jacket. Now the 45 RPM has a tip-on jacket, but it's that basic finish like a Mobile Fidelity record. I had them do a high gloss tip-on jacket cover limited to 1,000. So pretty much a Tone Poet style cover. High gloss, gatefold, limited gold stamp numbered to 1,000 on the back. So that's what you're getting with the In Groove exclusive. It is a cover variant as opposed to a color variant. And that's what I'm going to do on all of them going forward. Because ideally, that's what I want for myself in my collection. I always want the highest. I don't care personally about color variants. I do In Groove exclusives that are color variants every now and then, but that's not my thing. So what I would want for my collection is the best possible presentation of the record. All analog, cut from tape with that beautiful Staunton tip-on jacket. That's what I would want for my collection, and that's why I'm doing it as an In Groove exclusive. Some people have like balked at that, but hey, that's what I want to do. So I still have the 45 RPM on the website for pre-order, and there's an Indie Blue exclusive if you want a color variant. But the cover variant is so cool, and they're selling like gangbusters. I did 1,000 of them this time. But at 33, the last one I did 500 of them and it sold out in like hours. It was done very, very quickly. This one, it'll take a little bit longer, but it's at 33 RPM. So there's a lot more of an audience for a 33, especially at a lower price point. But I brought my original Funkadelic. Look at that from the house. The first title I did not have. Let me actually use this for a, yeah, brain fart. It's been a long, long day. For the thumbnail, I'm going to go like this. See, now I don't even have to edit it. But I was doing a little bit of a shootout. I got a test pressing of the record. Oh man, that sounds so good. That's not a very well done record the first time around sonically. Musically, it's great. But the Westbound is so good, this new reissue. They sent me a test pressing. It sounds awesome. You guys are going to be stoked. And like I said, you can get it at 45. You can get it basic, cheaper version. You can get it the full-blown deluxe treatment, which is the In Groove exclusive. Okay, so those are the three Funkadelic variants. One new title, two different ways from Impex. They're doing Bud Shank's Holiday in Brazil. That's originally a World Pacific title. It's coming out soon, March 20th on LP, May 8th on SACD. Those are available on the website for pre-order. I'm really thrilled about these next two. From OJC, they're introducing Lee Morgan. That was an original Savoy title. That is his very first LP, hence the Introducing Lee Morgan. Extremely hard to find originals of, and it's like $1,000 record. That comes out April 24th. They're also doing the Young Lions, kind of a group. Lee Morgan's on that, Wayne Shorter, Bobby Timmons, who wrote Moanin', is on that. Good record. Both of those come out April 24th. Right out of left field, Mobile Fidelity is doing Delight World Click with Groove is on the hand. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, right? Delight. I hadn't heard that for a lot of years. When they announced this, I had to go stream it. I'm like, I know the hit, but what's the rest of the album? It's like, it's kind of a jazzy, it's a cool choice for Mobile Fidelity. For years, everybody, oh, they make the same old shit forever. Oh, when are they going to do something new? Now they're doing all kinds of new stuff. So times are changing, so it's cool to see. The Beastie Boys, To the Five Boroughs. They're doing an LP box set. They've been doing that with a lot of their albums. But this is going to be an LP box set of that album. Comes with like a map of New York, a few other tchotchkes. That comes out April 17th. Okay, so tomorrow, so when you're watching this video, or later on in the day, I'm getting the Analogue Productions palette. It was delayed, lots of reasons. Finally coming, but it's going to be shipping to you guys this week. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for these titles. I've got Jimi Hendrix Access Bold as Love on mono and stereo UHQR. They're on the palette. If you pre-ordered it, it's going this week. Bob Marley's Uprising and Kaya, those are shipping this week. And Van Morrison's Astral Weeks and Moondance, those are going. Ravel, Daphnis and Chloe, 45 RPM, and the Prokofiev Song of the Nightingale, 245 RCA Living Stereo titles. Both of those are shipping this week. And then I've got a bunch of stuff on its way that should be going hopefully next week. A bunch more pre-orders, but they were bottlenecked. Shipping was delayed. I couldn't get them any quicker. I apologize, but they're on their way now. Okay, really the record I'm sure you guys have all been waiting for. Everybody's favorite band, Spinal Tap. This is Stonehenge with Elton John. This is, of course, a Stonehenge-shaped picture disc. So yeah, I only got a few of those. So, yeah. Blue Note Tone Poet, Tenor Man. Oh, man, I'm so looking forward to this title. This is originally on Jazz West, and what a difficult title to get. The Lawrence Maribel Quartet. Really cool to get that. And Andrew Hill's Compulsion. All analog, cut from the original master tape by Kevin Gray. Okay, first time on vinyl, they're reissuing Tori Amos's Strange Little Girls. This is I Don't Like Monkeys. I think there's like 25 cover variants of this, and I wasn't ordering them all, so I got a few of them. Here's one of them. You'd have to be I can see for the Beatles, I could see for Pink Floyd, I could see for Madonna, I could see for Lady Gaga. Certain bands I could see doing 15, 20 cover variants. I didn't know Tori Amos was one of those bands. Maybe it is, maybe, I don't know. But I wasn't gonna risk it and have a gazillion different variants of that one record. This was a Record Store Day title. They have made it that was a Record Store Day first. Now it is a normal imprint record. This is The Talking Heads, Tentative Decisions. This is demos with a 7-inch. This is demos of their earliest stuff. Plus, before they were the Talking Heads, they were the Artistics, which was, I think it was just David Byrne and Christopher Franz, if I'm not mistaken, made up the Artistics. Tina joined later, and then of course Jerry much later. But they found this demo. The story of it's so cool. They found this demo at maybe a college, like in a library, maybe a year and a half ago, and they put it on here. But this came out as a Record Store Day title, but now it is available as a standard release. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Medium Rare. The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Pinpoints and Gin Joints. On a side note, I get emailed about this every so often. Not every record is factory sealed. Some records, like these Mighty Boss Tones, this is how they're shipped directly from the manufacturer. They are not factory sealed. They come in this generic type sleeve. Same thing with this one. This is a different generic type sleeve. But that's the way they came direct. And that is common. It's common with imports. And it is common with records nowadays. Look at this. This is even different again. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones while we're at it. Here, it comes in a loose slip, but they stored the records on the back at the factory to prevent seam splits. But, so it is, you know, records do come that way. Trust me, I'm not listening to all these Mighty Mighty Boss Tones before I shoot this video. That's how they come. Rosalie Lux. This is the crystal clear vinyl variant. Includes a fold-out poster. This has been out a couple of weeks, maybe a couple months. I feel like maybe that's I don't know, maybe the crystal clear variant's new. Not sure. This is cool. Opeth, live in concert at the Royal Albert Hall, mimicking the Deep Purple show. This is music on vinyl, limited to 3,500 copies. Includes a 20-page booklet, A3 size poster, and that is a 4-disc box set. I love, love, love Klaus Nomi. He is fantastic. This is such a great box that Omnivore did. This is Klaus Nomi 4LP box set. Has his first album, self-titled, with, what is that, Total Eclipses on that. It also has Simple Man, his second album, Encore, and then it has a concert, which I really want, but I already have all those albums. I have German originals. I don't know if I want it just for the box, the concert, but I think I'm going to have to. Really cool. If you're not familiar with it, Klaus Nomi is opera / rock. Like literal opera. But I like really bizarre out there kind of stuff. I love William Shatner, you know, I love Richard Cheese. I mean, just always been a fan of that stuff, and yeah, so that does it for me as well. Amare, Black Star. Hannah Montana 2, a Disney Channel throwback, songs from the hit TV series. And just regular Hannah Montana. I think these are on splatter wax, if I'm not mistaken. What do we got here? Denzel Curry, Strictly 4. This is an indie store exclusive on orange vinyl. And then this is just the standard black vinyl variant. From Blue Note, we got Walter Smith III, Volume 2. These actually came out last week, but after I filmed. This is Billy Preston, That's the Way God Planned It. This is a limited edition purple vinyl. Again, a record that comes not factory sealed. Clearly meant to be this way. The hype sticker's on the resealable sleeve. Same thing with this, Encouraging Words. I actually like this. This says, he does My Sweet Lord on it, and All Things Must Pass. Really great versions. Billy Preston, fantastic. The Warning, Error 404. Mitski, we got two versions of Mitski. This is the translucent yellow, or tansy yellow vinyl? I don't know what the hell tansy yellow vinyl is. Undead Ocean. And then this, I'm assuming, is just the standard black vinyl version. Wheeler Walker Jr., Redneck Shit, picture disc. Somebody tricked me once to play this in the store on a Saturday with like 20 people here. I should have looked at the track listing before I hit play. I can't even tell you the name of these tunes, but you can go look yourself. This is limited to 500 copies. This is 449 of 500. Squeeze, Trixies, black vinyl, and pink vinyl. Nothing, A Short History of Decay. RFC First Run Club. Is that like a Sub Pop Loser edition, first edition? 20th anniversary edition of Andrew Bird, The Mysterious Production of Eggs. Avatar, Fire and Ash, the original motion picture soundtrack. Pony, Clearly Cursed. Jenny Rivera, La Gran Sonora. Boy, they're really starting to pump out a lot of Spanish music, which is great. I mean, I do really well with them, but God, for 5, 6, 7 years, people come in asking, like, there's nothing. No. Water Baby, Memory Be a Blade. And then all of a sudden, Sony, Warner, everybody just started doing it. Fantastic, it's selling. From Music on Vinyl, limited to 1,500 copies, Muddy Waters, I'm Ready. This is number 548. From Music on Vinyl, we've got Peter Tosh's Equal Rights, limited to 3,000 copies. This is 2514. Morrissey, his new album, Makeup Is a Lie. This is a blue vinyl variant. I think I've got blue vinyl, a Zoetrope, and maybe black vinyl. Maybe they're in here. I'll show them to you. From Music on Vinyl, Gun. Self-titled, limited to 1,000 copies. This is number 861. The new EP by Orville Peck, Appaloosa, Tangerine and Sea Blue Galaxy Vinyl. The Byrds' Greatest Hits. Gum, Blue Gum Way. Oh, this is a cool title. Perfect Circle. This is the RSD Essential on orange and black, white and yellow splatter vinyl. Here is another version of Morrissey's Makeup Is a Lie. This is the Ruby Red vinyl edition. This was the Indie Store exclusive. Hawkwind, self-titled. The Black Label Society, Stronger Than Death. Sugar Hill Gang, this is another Music on Vinyl title, limited to 1,000 copies, includes the single version of Ramper's Delight. This is number 724. Up next, we have Suicide Boys, Thy Will Be Done. It's like the longest ambulance. Always exciting times after close here at the In-Groove. All right, LA Guns, Man in the Moon. There they go. From Friday Music on opaque silver vinyl. Cannibal Corpse, Evisceration Plague. Here is the Zoetrope version of Morrissey's Makeup Is a Lie. We had a listening party for this album, and I like the Smiths. I'm not a huge Morrissey fan, his solo work. We had a listening party to this. Absolutely nobody showed up. It was the first time that that's ever happened, but I thought this album was actually pretty solid. Go figure. Black Label Society, Hangover Music Volume 6. A lot of Cannibal Corpse and Black Label Society reissues this week and next week. Black Label Society, Catacombs of the Black Vatican on limited edition gold vinyl. A couple of restocks. I think these are all restocks. From Music on Vinyl. Actually, this might not be a restock. Boskag's Silk Degrees, limited to 1,000 copies. I think we're still in the new stuff. Sam Cooke, live at the Harlem Square Club. What a great performance this was. Musically, this is just awesome. Dynamite. And now we've got some restocks. This sold out right away last week. This is Bayard Lancaster. The name of this is Us. Let's see, originally released in 1974. This sold out so quick, I didn't get a chance to listen to it, but it looks so good. Paul McCartney, Man on the Run. Again, another restock. A restock of a record I just cannot keep in stock. This is on my top 100 imprint analog records you should own list. The Faces. A nod is as good as a wink to a blind horse. All analog, cut from tape, sounds phenomenal. And then the Scorpions, Lonesome Crow. The last few, again, restocks. All of these can be purchased online at theingroove.com. I'll see you later today on Whatnot. Until next time.